Hi, how are you? For those who don't know me, hi, my name is Leslie. I live in New York City, where I happen to grow 100-ish, it might be 99-ish, houseplants in my Manhattan apartment. I've been growing for 5 years now, and this might be I might have 2 videos go up this week out of order. I want to say in this video and in this intro that first of all, I'm on a plant rescue mission right now. I have a plant that means a lot to me, that is really struggling, but I also feel like it's a reflection back at me. Not that I've done anything wrong, but I am living with long COVID for, forgetting math here, maybe we're at like, I can't do math. It's just shy of 2 years. It will be 2 years, July, that I started really feeling sick. And I'm now disabled from long COVID, and I've been diagnosed with ME/CFS, chronic fatigue syndrome, POTS, specifically orthostatic hypertension, which means when you change your position, sitting upright, standing, my blood pressure goes really high. I already live with tachycardia. I have like a whole bunch of stuff, and this has been a really rough go, and I'm having a rough day. And in the next video that will go up, you'll see that I didn't pace myself, and I did too much in a 24-hour period, and my baseline is already really low. It's hard for me to shower. It's hard for me to cook for myself. I can't do the large plant chores. I can water my plants. I can't do the large up pots anymore, and I'm having a hard physical time, but my plants and all the little hobbies I try to do, and it's finding that balance, which has been really challenging. I'm talking to my doctors about it. How do you battle having a chronic illness that has taken your career, your ability to be a high-functioning member of society, to go travel, to spend holidays with friends and family, to go out to brunch? All these things have been taken away. Biking, all the things I did, gone. My pottery, gone. How do you battle pacing and just being? They tell me rest doesn't heal you, by the way, but like do one thing a day. So if that one thing is a shower, that's it for me. If I do the dishes, that's the one thing. Where's the joy? And how do you battle and stay engaged and not allow yourself to get depressed with a serious, debilitating chronic illness? And I've been working too hard at don't let yourself get depressed. Don't, because I'm terrified of depression. I've been there before in my 30s, and it's awful. So in my battle to fight depression and find relaxing hobbies at home, I've been actually not pacing myself enough at home, and therefore ending up in my already bad baseline, or then crashing more and more. So what I'm about to do, I should not be doing today. I've already showered, and I had a medication that needed to be urgently picked up, and I didn't want to burden a neighbor, so I went to CVS. I took a cab there, and it was really expensive, so I took a bus home. So I've already done things. We're on a rescue mission with the plant. That means a lot to me. And I'm pretty sure that if you're not a plant person, you're probably like, okay, no. I have fought the fight for this plant. It almost had an issue before. I brought it back from the brink. It is beautiful. And so for the rest of the video, you're going to hear voiceover. That is me pacing myself. And I believe for the first time getting into this plant, I think I'm going to be dealing with rot for the first time. Now, I've had dry rot, but I've never dealt with rot. And I don't know, I don't have the answers of how I'm going to save this. I probably will reach out to friends. I don't even know if I have the right size pot, but if I feel that if I don't get into this plant today, that it won't make its way back. There are pieces of it that are still okay. So I need to get in there. My heart's racing while I'm talking. I feel it. Sitting up is actually a lot for my body. I ate, which is the system is trying to digest food. Anyway, so I'm gonna go grab my Hoya Croniana silver that I've had for at least a year and a half, and it's beautiful. To anyone with a chronic illness, I see you, and if you have pointers of how to like keep yourself joyful, but keep yourself paced and rested, please let me know. because the next video that's going to go up, you're going to see a woman who did not pace herself. I even got outside for a walk, which I took you with me at the end. And that was the first time I was in a bit that I went to Union Square Farmers Market about a month ago, but after that I had trouble walking, so I walked a few blocks, and I was just so happy to be out and walking and not dizzy, and I did well. So I did too much. It's been a rough week, which is why my video is delayed on getting up. All right, let's rescue a plant together or not. I don't know what's going to happen. Girl, listen to me. Don't you die on me. Don't you die on me. I don't believe this has root mealy or a pest issue inside the substrate, but we'll find out. My videos are going to go up out of order. So this one's going to go up first, obviously, because you're seeing it now. And then the next video is a lot longer. You're going to hear me acknowledge this plant. And you're going to hear me blame myself. And then you're going to hear me kind of figure out, wait, no, that's not what's going on with it. But it's a long video. So it's going to go up this weekend because that's the kind of time where we all like to do our chores and just hang out or sip our tea and whatever it is. So I encourage you to watch this weekend as well. Again, it's a long one. And there's even evening crafting, and I accomplished a lot in it, and I had a lot of fun making it. And I got outside for a walk, which was just, I ended up showing it, and there's a little like special bonus footage at the end where there's a little like New York moment, which is really sweet. So time to try to get into this. I want to see the last time this plant was potted. It's on my TikTok. It was called Repot and Rant. I'm now going to go into voiceover mode, I think. It's hard for me not to talk, but I might have a reaction that is not. Voiceover won't be needed. Just conserving the energy. Okay, just in case. This is what the bottom's looking like. I hope these are not death blooms. I don't think they are. I don't. I'm checking for, no, shut up, Leslie. Just go, get it done, get it done. A lot of you who watch me, also if you're human, have chronic illness, have a loved one with chronic illness, or you battled depression, anxiety, and you have hobbies like this for your mental health and for your nervous system. So I don't want you to think I'm always going to talk about stuff like this. I just want to keep it very real and make sure you know that this is a safe space and I see you as well. And none of this is performative. Like, swear my life I was about to just dive into this. I'm like, well, if I've never dealt with rot before, what would that look like? And can that help someone else identify? And let's figure out what's going on together. And if I don't know, maybe you can give me some advice, because I plan on getting this one posted fast. This is all root, and I'm tempted to go look at my plant journal on when it was last watered. I think it could just be that it's not actually taking in the moisture. In the video that will follow this up, you'll see me talk about how I needed a friend to help me, and now you see why. This is physical. This is not a giant plant, but it is quite physical because it is that root bound and dense. I'm going to include the date on screen of when this was last up-potted from being root bound before, because I think due to being sick, I've lost track of space and time because I can't get over how root bound this is. One leaf down, that's right, it's an ugly one. Let me make sure it's not like a flat mite-ish. Nope. There's nothing that looks like flat mites. Not that flat mites would make it. No flat mite situation would make this look like that. Here we go. Oh my God. Kids, this is really a ball of roots. It's not able to drink up. I've lost track. I'm looking for any signs of root mealy, and I'm not seeing any so far. I would say that's the problem. I don't see any rot. Do you? Does anyone see rot here? I need advice. I think if I up-pot this, it's going to be okay. I know I said I was going to be doing a lot of voiceover, but I don't think this is going to be as complicated as I thought. I'm going to go check the date of this being watered because I want to say it was just a few days ago. And I think anything I'm seeing, I really don't want to get my scope out, but I am terrible at seeing microscopic things. I am 55 years old. Croniana and lacanosa do need their water. This doesn't feel super dry. The roots aren't just brittle and pulling off. So what's up with the leaves? I think it's just not able to drink up the water. I'm gonna get up in here a little bit. I was very nervous about exerting myself today between the shower and having to get to CVS. But I then looked at my calendar because I was like, when's the last time I have to leave my home? And it's not until the 20th, which is a week from today. I went to the doctor last week and I was in such bad shape they couldn't even draw blood from me. So I'm really not good. And the only reason I share that is like, I just think it's important to, I've been getting jump scares seeing myself on camera lately. Okay, but I'm showing up because it makes me happy. YouTube has given so much to me over the last 6 years, and I just figured, why not start posting? It's given me joy. Maybe I can, be a landing space for other people too. And it gives me purpose. Something to look forward to each week, a little something. If I can do it weekly, I think weekly might be too much for me. I want to, So I'm going to look at my journal. This is the pot, the only other pot I have in my house. Oh, this is the right size. This pot is really heavy, so it makes me nervous for that shelf, but okay. I want to go check to see when this was last watered because I think this is a case of just really root bound, and I think maybe I can rebound this plant. I'm hunching over because I framed this so that, when this was last watered, you'll meet the plant journal this weekend, and we do a little, you'll totally get a full tour. This was watered on March 30th, and then I watered it on this was watered on March 30th, and then watered again on, okay, I'm seeing it now, a little bit. All right, you'll meet my plant journal in the next episode, which again was shot before this. This was watered on March 30th, and then it was watered I keep saying March, I'm reversing my words, see, brain fog. March 30th, and then the next time it was watered was April 8th, and I saw that it was puckered. I'm like, oh my God, how did it go in that many days? I usually like to water this every like 6 to 7 days. But now I'm seeing that in this pot, in this situation, would have needed water every 4 days. So I think once I get this up potted into a nice chunky mix, here's the thing with the Croniana. I've gone through a almost dry rot root bound situation before, and it got very dull, which you can see in some of these leaves, really dull. And it never came back to the shiny glory that it has, which is this whole runner is new, so this is shiny. So that's why I'm so upset, is that I got shine back on new runners and now they're gonna go dull again. But it's not gonna die. I got this. Let me get some substrate and calm down. And I'm glad I got into this today though. Yeah, so it was watered on the 8th, I said, right? It's 5 days later. And this is getting more, I noticed the puckering getting so bad again last night. So this is crazy. Truly, please chime in if I have this wrong. If you don't think this is just root bound or brink of dry rot and something else happening, please let me know. I certainly don't want to rot this plant, so we'll go into a chunky mix because that's a pot size. So thank God I had a pot. I've been like running low on all pottery and stuff in the house, so I just mixed up what I could, because I'm running low on most things. It's still a little bit damp. So that's still weird to me. Like, there is moisture in here. Why aren't you drinking? Sometimes rather than messing with the root ball, I just try to get out what's hanging out inside. It's already stressed as it is. Plus, it's blooming, so that's, stress on a plant too, right? Wouldn't that be? I would think so when it has 6 open blooms, 6, and about 14 to 16 active peduncles. A very annoying dog has moved to the floor. And his owner doesn't do much about it. He'll just let him out without a leash and he comes running down the hall barking at everyone. Just hear a dog. I just heard finally a stop it. Okay, good. It's fine. Doesn't happen often. I'm not that gal. And for all I know, it's a skittish rescue, right? Who needs a little extra care, I was so sick when I potted this the last time. But it was the first time I decided. I was sitting on my sofa. I had something that upset me. I should have dealt direct with that friend. And she knows that. I've apologized. I was very sensitive about anything that was said to me during that time. And I've been posting on TikTok for a while, and I was like, what is it you like to watch on TikTok? Like, who are you authentically? And I'm like, I'm someone who likes just real talk and someone talking right to the camera, like I'm doing right now. And that's what inspired that post. Like, I knew this plant was in trouble, and I'm like, just sit down. You're upset right now. Do a repot and rant, and we'll probably make you laugh a little bit and get your feelings out, and talk to the camera. That was the first time I felt like I really was like being more me on TikTok. Okay. I want it to spread its wings down. We want to encourage this downward growth to happen. It's got a lot of room to stretch its legs in this pot. Man. July of last year, I knew I was sick and I was already on medical leave, but I never expected to not be able to return to my career and not be on disability. And just thinking about that, looking at this plant, I've been in survival mode emotionally for quite some time now, trying to fight against the grain of this illness, because I've been sick before. This is a different type of beast. And I doubt this will make the edit, but you never know with me. Everyone's like, oh, you're so strong, you'll come out of this, you've always been so resilient, you've beat cancer, you beat this, you beat that. Well, there's something called complex PTSD, which I've just been diagnosed with, which maybe being so strong your whole life is a curse, which is why, me sitting here potting this up right now while not well. I'm sure if I were to check my blood pressure, my body's probably screaming right now. So being resilient, since I was a little girl, sometimes is a curse, Other people understand pacing and, what that means with chronic illness and how you need to just limit what you do in a day and If it's something you do for 20 minutes, put it down, stop, and I just have a hard time because I want to, again, keep depression away, and yet it's like walking on a hairline fracture on your foot and then turning it into a broken foot and turning it into a broken leg and turning into a full broken body. That's what I've done by not just doing one little task a day. I asked my doctor on March 31st, she's a new doctor for me, and I said, can you please explain pacing to me a little differently, just a little differently. Don't use the word spoons. Don't use the word battery life, because I don't know what my battery life is. And she's like, well, if you do one thing on Monday and one thing on Tuesday, you'll be able to do one thing on Wednesday and one thing on Thursday. If you do 5 things on Monday, you might end up in bed for 5 days or 5 weeks. And I was like, that's better. I understand that. I didn't do it in the next video, which you will see if you watch. It comes up in your algorithm. If this came up in your algorithm. Okay. Well, I've loosened it up to the best of my ability without destroying it, but wanting to get, new substrate around this so that when I water it, it can really drink it up, because, and then it walks that line of it doesn't look like this ever got dry rot from what I can tell. I mean, these are looking pretty good to me. So because it never had dry rot, I'm hoping it won't get rot. I'm not going to get into all the things that are in this because I literally just took what I have. But the one ingredient I will say that I did put in here, I took a little bit of Newt Rescue Mix. I've never used it for anything other than props, but it's meant for rot. So hopefully that will help, and it's expensive, so I'm going to use a little bit in this. And then I used other things I had. How's that going to be? I'm going to go a little deeper. Okay, that's good. Let me fill the front first. You can't see. It's like I'm doing it for you. Wait, hold on. For me. Okay. This really is the perfect size pot for it. Man, I really hope someone out there can give a hyper-independent woman who has been incredibly high-functioning a real talking to about pacing, asking for help, learning that I won't fall into despair if I'm just chilling. I will say, though, my psychologist and my psychiatrist, first of all, are incredibly impressed by my, my ability to stay okay, but they're not quite understanding what I'm talking about. But I'm like, no, I have to pace myself, and I'm causing myself harm. Plus, I have a creative brain, so if I start a project that is creative, which I love, whether it's painting, macrame I did for a hot second. I try to do some pottery from home, hand building. I can't stop. I can't do 1 hour or 45 minutes and set a timer and stop. I get hyper focused, and I don't have ADHD, by the way. Not that that would be a bad thing, I just don't. And I can't turn off the switch. So even when I'm editing a YouTube video, I can go for hours and hours and hours, and then I'm completely not pacing myself. I'm gonna have to make more random substrate, I think. If you heard that, there's leca in this mix. Wait, did I make exactly the right amount? Not that good. This is gonna need, once I shake it, it's gonna need more. And that's okay. Did I just say shake it? Since I shook out that root ball, I need to shake now back into it so that the substrate is surrounding all the roots so that none of them get dry rot. Oh my God. getting warm in here. It's actually warm outside, but I don't want to open the windows because of pollen. And I don't want to turn on the air conditioning due to my electric bill in January was $500 in an apartment. For those who are wondering, this is not from deconditioning. Tried to do physical therapy well over a year ago, and it's the opposite of this is not deconditioning, but it looks like it from how weak I am. I mean, yes, am I deconditioned? Sure, but that's not the problem here. Trust me, I would love to get conditioned. I would love to be biking. I would love all the things. Oh my God, I love Pilates. All right. Well, here goes nothing, and that was dramatic. Short and sweet, what my videos really should be. They should be this short. I'm gonna give this a drink and then we're gonna wrap it up. Okay, this was just watered with Super Thrive. The man who mounted this shelf said to me, that will never fall, it's fine. Okay, well, that was a dramatic video. So I wanna get away from the grow light because I feel like it's probably pretty aggressive. I don't even know what the framing is like. I wanna thank you, and this weekend again, I'm gonna get another video up that was shot before this one, so you'll see me starting to get concerned about this, and here we are. And also, if you have any pointers, what you thought was really going on, I just think it was incredibly root bound. So yeah, I'll see you hopefully this weekend for a long chore video, and crafting and things like that. So yeah, thank you, and thanks for being here for a very real video. Let's end on a positive, which is this ended up being okay. I'm not going to clean that up tonight. Tell me not to clean that up tonight. See, this is what I mean. Do not clean that tonight. Rest, feed up, watch YouTube. Bye.